Tashdile, this is Sakina Bhatt and welcome to Tibet This Week, a weekly news on Tibet, His Holiness the Dalai Lama and Central Tibetan Administration. Let's look at the headlines first. Tibetans celebrate the Tibetan New Year, Losar, the year of Earth Pig 2146. I am a student of ancient Indian knowledge and Indian Pramana, says His Holiness the Dalai Lama. CTA President meets Japanese parliamentarians in Tokyo. President Dr. Singye attends 2019 State of the Nation Address of South Africa. Speaker Nancy Pelosi reaffirms support for Tibet at Thank You America event at the US Capitol. Tibetans celebrated the Tibetan New Year, the year of Earth Pig 2146. His Holiness the Dalai Lama, CTA President Dr. Lobsang Singye and the Speaker of Tibetan Parliament in Exile, Pema Chungne, greeted the Tibetans around the world on the occasion of Losar, the Tibetan New Year, earlier this month.
미래래라 그 주주 카오데 거도라 지금 전문이 대간이야 벽이 쳐도 리송스럽도 지금 상매 대치 어디에 양sam부시도가 대베 체를 선부시도 갔으니 뭔가 도나셔야지 차도가 세상에서 미럽디기 아주 뭐네 미국 제열에
On Tibetan New Year, I would like to extend heartfelt Losar Tashdile to Tibetans inside Tibet and especially to our friends around the world. I would like to also thank you for your support for all these years. Yes, it has taken 60 years, but bear with us for a little longer because our journey will reach its destination very soon. Till then, be with us. Again, thank you for your support for all these years. Losar Tashdile.
Ramne Sabale Namle Ranshe Sardu Shebe Gadun La Nye Pemima Chidu Lanzo Tsapshune, Shiji Nil Shube, Pemi Tamulola Ane Zashin Sevetone, Samdi Tashdile Shuein.
According to the source, the Chinese restrictions hampers the New Year celebration inside Tibet. The act is casting a shadow over traditional celebrations, with police filling the streets of the capital Lhasa and government workers forbidden to visit monasteries. Governor of Himachal Pradesh, Honorable Acharya Devrat, also extended Losar greetings to Tibetans. He said, I wish a happy and joyful New Year to His Holiness the Dalai Lama and Tibetans worldwide, and hope that it will bring happiness, enthusiasm and joy in the life of everyone, and we will go ahead in the direction of world peace. His Holiness the Dalai Lama spoke to a delegation led by Deepak Chopra, an American-Indian author in Dharamshala on Monday this week.
Narendra Master, we are follower, or I myself, we are student of Narendra tradition. So these paintings are Narendra Masters. So their text, their writing is our sort of textbook. So we study. So there are different philosophy. So this great teacher sort of also they argue or teach certain philosophical views, and then another one criticize that argument. This is very good, very useful. Just one source and belief, faith, not good. Then our human brain, you see, there is real sort of potential to analyze. So then just to believe one thing, then waste it, you see, this brain.
CTA President Dr. Lobsang Singye, in a public talk on the issue of Tibet, emphasized on understanding Tibet in order to understand China at the Osaka city in Japan on January last month. At a talk organized by Fire Under the Snow, a Tibet support group in Japan, Dr. Singye warned that what happened in Tibet is likely to happen to anyone. He further said that China is repeating the same strategy that they had applied on Tibet to Asia and African countries. Therefore, it is important for the countries around the world to know what happened in Tibet and what kind of policies are being implemented by the Chinese government in Tibet. Dr. Singhe said many leaders in Europe, Latin America, South Africa and Australia have now realized how China threatens by spreading its tentacles in their social, culture and political affairs. He further appealed to the Japanese public to encourage the all-party Japanese Parliamentary Support Group, which has the world's largest number of parliamentarians, to be the support group with the biggest action on the issue of Tibet. Dr. Singhe met with the members of parliament of the all-party Japanese Parliamentary Support Group at the Parliament Office building in Tokyo earlier this month. Dr. Singhe apprised the Japanese parliamentarians on the situation in Tibet and support from the international community for the Tibetan cause. The all-party Japanese Parliamentary Tibet Support Group issued a statement expressing support for the middle way policy to seek genuine autonomy for the Tibetan people within the framework of the Chinese constitution. They strongly criticized the Chinese government's suppression of the unique culture, education, language and religious freedom in Tibet. Dr. Singhe met with the former president of South Africa, Honorable F.W. de Klerk, in his foundation's office and discussed issues of general interest as well as current situation in Tibet under the Chinese occupation. Honorable Klerk conveyed his best wishes to His Holiness the Dalai Lama and expressed his support for the aspirations of the Tibetan people in their quest for freedom. President Dr. Singhe attended the State of the Nation Address 2019 of the President of South Africa in the Parliament on Wednesday last week. South Africa's veteran leader and founder president of the Inkatha Freedom Party hosted a felicitation ceremony earlier this month to welcome the visit of President Dr. Lobsang Singhe to South Africa. Prince Buthelezi asserted that people of South Africa and Tibet share common values and cherish liberal democracy. He said, "Wherever we can further that goal, we must do so." The reality is that the international community supported South Africa's struggle for freedom. Now it must support that struggle for Tibet. He further added that the Inkatha Party will be launching its election manifesto on the 10th March this year, coinciding with the 60th anniversary of the National Uprising Day of Tibet. The Office of Tibet, in collaboration with the Tibet Support Group, organized an event to felicitate individuals in Western Cape Province who have been supporting Tibet and the Tibetan culture over many years. President Dr. Singhe expressed profound gratitude on behalf of the Central Tibetan Administration and the Tibetan people for their enduring support over many years. Tibetans in America expresses gratitude to the government and people of America in Washington, D.C. on Tuesday this week. House Majority Speaker Nancy Pelosi and group of members of Congress gathered at the Thank You America event, a part of the Central Tibetan Administration's year-long gratitude campaign and organized by the Office of Tibet, the International Campaign for Tibet, and the Capital Area Tibetan Association. Speaker Pelosi reaffirmed the United States' support for the people of Tibet, saying,
"What's happening in Tibet is something that we must address, and as you've heard me say over and over again, unless we speak out bravely about what is happening in Tibet, because of we shouldn't hesitate because of any commercial interest with China. If we don't, we lose all moral authority to speak about human rights any place in the world. So this is a important challenge to conscience to the world."
An urgent action on Tibet is needed, and there are few things that the member of Congress and the government can do. Number one, we need to have the special coordinator on Tibet as soon as possible. It's been a bit too long. We also need your support to realize the middle way approach as a policy envisaged by His Holiness Dalai Lama.
One of the highlights of the evening was a video message from His Holiness the Dalai Lama, in which His Holiness thanked the American government for the support throughout the past 60 years.
아메리카 지 표정 탈이야 배 고도네 그 믹스에다 지 샤자다 덴베 땡겨 제시도 쓰지 아니 미 로게 로테주 다 교시 다 라냐와치기 아니 레벨 루지디야 제스 템베타네 아니 네 모시베다 미 몽구치다 다사르 레디네 디디 지문에 제 샤자 승부 제셔베 드부디 다다이네 대열이 아니 벼자시면 삼는 날이야 뭐네 지다 배벌 샤자에 터네 잡조낭에 디디 거진 남야 지금 말이 저들이 인도인이 데리고데 찬스 아메리카리아 거진 시스템에 투시체스니 쉬어야 거든 애는가에 와다 투시체스니 쉬어야이.
The United States has been an ardent supporter of the rights of the Tibetan people and the plight of the Central Tibetan administration. So much for this week. See you next time and have a great weekend.